I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review. As you can see, I'm completing the SBC in the background. I did say that in 6 PM content, if you wanted to see me submit the teams, then there you go. So all you have to do is go back and pause it if you want to see what I'm doing. Some maybe players you wouldn't want to give up in there, Grealish for one, but I use objective cards purely as fodder these days because hardly any of them are good enough. Having said that, of course, we have a brand new Mendy Academy, basically. I don't know what they're calling them, but they're kind of like the, they're called Academy amongst the community because obviously you have to build them up essentially to the 93. It would be really good, side note, if they gave us like that 85 as a, whatever this is, what is it, a Summer Heat card. And then as we progress, that card gets upgraded. But the way that they've done it, of course, we do get 87, 89 and a 93, all for doing a few objectives. I say few, long-winded, sure, but yeah, not bad. Undon Ballet was the other player released. Unfortunately, we didn't get a squad. We did have a SBC and an objective. The SBC is so well priced, it's unreal. 284 rated teams for this is insane. Even though we are at the very back end of the game now, and we are in the home straight ready for FIFA 21. Of course, EA plays tomorrow. We get our very first glimpse of slide tackling in the rain and the corner flags moving. That'll be fun. But EA have teased that in August we'll get more information, and Ultimate Team, of course, is going to be last. 284 rate teams for this Ndombele, or Ndombele, sorry, is going to be, I mean, it's going to put it up there with one of, if not the most affordable SBC ever released, because it's like 130,000 coins there or thereabouts. I don't know whether the SBC itself has raised the price. It has. So it's up there now at around 145, 160, depending on your platform. The reason for that is, of course, that there was nothing to do. Prices were low. People completed it. Price was coming in at 130. Now everybody's rushing to get this done. Prices have gone up, and we have a slightly more expensive card. But to be honest, even at 160,000 coins at its highest, this is still a very, very good card. This would be far more than this on the market. Unfortunately, we are starting off with a negative, but I'm happy to report that that is quite literally the only real downside to the card. 3-star weak foot. 4-star skills in there as well as medium work rates, average body type, 5'11". For a CDM, that is nice. 97 acceleration, 88 sprint speed. There is a big gap there, but because it's in favour of the acceleration, it didn't bother me on paper, and it doesn't bother me in game, so you should be fine. 99 shot power, 83 long shots, 89 positioning is very good as well. If you plan on playing him a little bit further forward, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but you know, that's up to you. Most of us play 4-2-3-1. I mean, not everybody does, but most of us do. And for the record, I did have him in one of those central midfield slots, not the one that I tell to stay back. That was reserved for a particular Spaniard that you will see in just a second. 99 short passing, 98 vision, which is really nice. Good long passing as well if you do end up raking balls over the top. 94. His dribbling is exceptional. 93 agility, 96 balance, 94 reactions, 96 ball control, 99 dribbling, and 98 composure is very good. Defensive stats sort of mid to high 80s depending on where you are. And then of course 91 interceptions with great physical as well. That's the team I've got him in. Busquets is the player playing CDM. He did get subbed off for Fernandinho every now and again, but more often than not, I just left him in there. He's capable enough if you just tell him to stay back. And Ndombele, cut passing lanes, cover centre, and essentially given freedom to roam. He is allowed to do whatever he wants. I've got Mendy in behind, of course, because we are trying to unlock the first Mendy. Not too far away from that now, given the games played with Ndombele. Tell you what, first few games, I decided to try and test out this dribbling, the pace, and see what he's all about. His strength is very good. My fault there, just ball rolled into the defender. If I'd gone the other way, who knows? His strength is very good, though. I would, I'd put this card up there in terms of capabilities in comparison with Kante. Now, I do have a particular video coming out about that maybe either in the morning or the afternoon tomorrow, so look out for that, and I won't talk about it too much. But he is very reminiscent of Kante in the way that he plays. The differences between the two, of course, is that this card is much, much higher rated. I'm, of course, talking about the base of Kante, but much higher rated, and he's capable of going forward, hitting that shot from distance with a timed effort, with 83 long shots, 99 shot power. I was almost certain it was going to nestle in the back of the net. Could have taken a touch there with Heung-min Son. I didn't because I'm stupid and I just snatched at it. Had a little... If I just used a little bit of patience, we'd have been fine. I won every game that I played with this team. Not that I'm showing off or anything, although I am big time. So yeah, take it. No, of course I'm not. But I managed to win every game that I played with this guy, which I'm actually very happy about. I say with this guy as if Ndombele won me the entire thing by himself. But he was very good at the back, and more often than not as well, when we stole the ball from the back, we were able to counter-attack from an over-committing opponent, and it resulted in a goal. Unfortunately, that's not going to count towards the 87 Mendy, but we do end up getting a goal. I think it is with Son or Lucas Moura or something, but either way we get one of the Mendy games done. This Ndombele card though is not making me rethink my team necessarily, but is definitely someone that you'll want to consider putting in. If you've looked at that SBC and you've decided you can't afford it, or maybe you've decided it's not for me for any particular reason, you might want to reconsider, if I'm honest, because he is one of the best, if not the best CDM I've used, or rather, I'd say CDM, more of a box-to-box midfielder. You can use him as a CDM, of course you can. I didn't, because it's very, very difficult to get enough clips together within, you know, a reasonable amount of games if you just play a player at CDM. So more often than not, what I'll do is I will review said player more of a free roam midfielder. So with the medium work rates, he's capable of going back, coming forward, and doing whatever you need him to do. His natural position is to just sort of hover in the midfield. He can venture forward, and he's not bad at doing so because, of course, he does have great passing. He does have really good shot power, so if you are in a position to take a shot, I wouldn't be afraid to do so. I wouldn't actively go and look for it, but I wouldn't be afraid. His jockeying is some of the best you will experience. He's so quick in that L1, LB jockey that more often than not, you're able to recover in that without letting go of it, recover from a mistake. So if you end up being in the wrong position and you move him around and all of a sudden you're thinking, well, I kind of need to be over there, just aim over there, move over there, and he'll get there quick enough. Honestly, he is very, very fast. He's involved in an awful lot of the build-up as well. And like I said, his passing is good enough that you can play really nice long balls into wingers, into strikers, into wherever you need them to go, really. His interceptions are quite nice, obviously not involved there, but he does get luck of the draw in terms of the bounce of the ball played through to Lucas Moura, and I've cut it there because guess what? We don't score. But the weak foot, like I said at the beginning, is realistically the only negative worth mentioning. I mean, you can go on about the sprint speed, and maybe you'd like high work rates. I don't know, what else can we say? Would be nice if his long shots were maybe in the 90s and his finishing was in the 80s or something. That's not a weakness, that's not a con of the card, that's just in a perfect world I'd like this. With an anchor, which is what I applied, you get a really good defensive boost to him as well, because obviously without the anchor you are sort of in the 83 slide tackle, 82 defensive awareness. It's not ideal. 89 stand tackle as well, but if you give him the anchor, you get 99 stand tackle, 92 defensive awareness, 93 slide tackle, and 96 interceptions. As I said, you can by all means play him as a CDM, and I'm sure most of you will get success from doing that. Personally, I prefer playing him next to my main sort of stay back CDM, and then he's able to not roam forward, but just give him that little bit of freedom to use that passing, use that pace. The agility is very, very good, as well as being able to move around very, very well on the ball. You'll notice that under the cons, it is quite literally just weak foot, because there's no mobility issue here. Most of the problem with cards in this game either tend to be mobility issues, composure reactions, or just pace in general. And Ndombele really does not suffer from anything of that nature. Look at that triple save from Oblak, by the way, and then he saves one off the corner as well. Absolutely insane bit of goalkeeping. I bring him out on the corner, I think the ball's played in, and he comes down and he manages to tip it away, and then Mendy gets the ball out. not related to Undon Ballet in the slightest, but still very, very nice. Some decent links into your standard Sissoko, which I know full well you still use. I'm still come up against people who use him. A full icon team and then Sissoko in the middle. What are people doing? But either way, links into him, links into Kante, links into an awful lot of the other French SBC cards EA have pulled out of their backside over the last season or so. So yeah, there we go. What a card, what a price. And if you haven't considered him for your team, please do so, especially after rewards and you've opened up all your untradeable packs and now you've got a bunch of fodder. This is a great SBC. If you have completed it, let me know in the comments what you think of it. If you've enjoyed the review, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.